your government and from yours. I saw your tweets also. So how do you see this attack?
Well, it's a heartbreaking attack. It's atrocious, and the stories we've been hearing coming out from there are terrible. So it's a merciless, savage attack. And of course, we condemn it, and we hope and we pray for the survivors' speedy recovery.
Sir, do you see any similarities between the attacks which happened yesterday and the attacks happened in your country by Hamas and other organizations? Because I think after a long time, the tourists are targeted, and there is possibly a cross-border linkage in this. So how do you look at this?
Well, terrorism is an international problem, and we must all work together in order to fight it. Thankfully, we are in close contact with the authorities here. First of all, we thank them for the cooperation in sharing with us the information, because we were concerned that there might be some Israeli nationals there. So far, we haven't seen any victims from Israel. But on a broader context, we cooperate all the time on methods on how to deal with terrorism. I think this cooperation is very important for everybody, and we must engage with many other countries in the world to tackle this. The terrorists have to understand these kind of attacks are only going to embolden us, just like Prime Minister Modi said, to fight terrorism in a more efficient way, because we have no choice. These kind of crimes cannot be accepted, and we have to come together to get the resources that are needed in order to fight these terrorists. They cannot continue intimidating us. We won't accept it. We are not accepting it in Israel. In India, this is not acceptable either. And we are confident in the work of the authorities here. We know that how determined they are. We know how dedicated they are. And I'm sure that together we will have a victory over terrorism.
I'm talking about the modus operandi of this attack, sir. Style. And do you think this is a message from the terrorists that it's not over?
Well, we always have copycats, and these criminals always try to find new ways to intimidate us. We, of course, have to follow that, have to follow how they think, how they operate, and I'm sure that they will try to continue, but I'm also sure we'll be more determined and will invest more in fighting this phenomenon.
So, sir, what kind of response do you think India will be from here? And are you, as you said, that you are talking to each other already? So how do you look at it?
Well, it's completely up to the Indian government. I'm sure that they know how to work. We've seen how the situation has been stabilized in the past thanks to the efforts of the government. So we don't speak about operational issues that have to do to a single event. We try to cooperate together in a broader basis in order to see how to deal with the threats generally, how to improve the means to fight terrorism, whether it be intelligence-wise, technology-wise, methodology, etc. So we will continue this cooperation in the future.
You mentioned there can be a cross-border linkage in this, possibly the hands of Pakistan-backed terrorists. In this scenario, what will be Israel's suggestion for action, or how do you look at this situation?
As I said, Israel is not in the business of recommending other countries what to do on a particular case. I'm sure that the Indian government and the authorities here have much better intelligence about the situation in the trans-border area and how to deal with this issue. As I said, we are going to concentrate in cooperation when it comes to, in general terms, when it comes to methodology, when it comes to technology, when it comes to intelligence, and this is a very important work that we will continue doing.